Yo, what is up, everyone? It is Horror Planet here today, and we're bringing back another reaction video. For this video, we will be bringing a new series that we decided to react to, and it's basically based on unsolved mysteries or cases that have gone cold over time. So, if you guys want us to react to any videos that or mysteries, that you guys might be interested in, let us know, and we will react to that. And I'm gonna go ahead and let can I go ahead and explain a little bit about this because I haven't heard of this. Well, I haven't seen the video or much about this case, and she has. So go ahead.
So this case is completely unlike anyone that I've heard of before. It's so crazy. There's so many loops and turns in it. And you could go down with this one theory, but then you'll always hit a wall. And it seems like it would be so easy to solve, but it it's it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It just comes out of nowhere. So it's really gonna be cool to dissect it and see what you guys think.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. This case is the Ray Rivera case, the unsolved mystery. We didn't say that before, but yeah, guys, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on that bell notification, and comment down below if you came from Instagram or not. So yeah, let's go ahead and make this a full screen.
Ray Rivera and his wife Allison moved to Baltimore in December of 2004. They had just recently gotten married. They moved to Baltimore because Ray's longtime friend, Porter Stansberry, offered him a job writing financial news.
All right, really quick. So this is a real case, guys. So we're gonna keep respectful, and please don't be saying anything in the comments that would not be appropriate because it's a real case. So this is no horror short video that we can make fun of it, obviously, but please let's keep respectful because of it's real people here.
Newsletters. Ray met Porter when they were in high school, and they became really good friends. Ray's dream was to be a writer and director, but the screenplays he wrote while they lived in Southern California were not paying the bills. That is the reason why he took the job in Baltimore. This was the happiest Ray and Allison had ever been. They found a beautiful house in Baltimore that they both loved. In 2006, a colleague of Allison named Claudia lived with them in their house. On May 16, 2006, Allison left Baltimore for a business trip. That evening she tried to call Ray, but he didn't pick up. She then called Claudia, who picked up. Claudia explained at around 6:30 p.m. Ray received a phone call. She heard him say "oh" as if he was shocked by some news he got, and then he ran out of the house and hadn't returned yet. The next morning, Claudia called Allison again and told her that Ray still wasn't home. This worried Allison, and she immediately returned home. Allison called Ray's family to hear if any of them heard from Ray, but they hadn't. Ray's brother Angel immediately flew in from Orlando to Baltimore to come help search for him. The next day, more of Ray and Allison's family came to help too. They started calling all of the hospitals in case he was there. They were also able to get the media involved. 6 days after Ray was last seen, on the 22nd of May, Allison's parents were driving around through different parking lots in town looking for his car. In one of his parking lots, they found his car, but there was still no sign of him. On the car, there was a parking ticket that indicated that the car had been there the entire 6 days that he had been missing. The parking lot was close to his place of work, Stansberry and Associates. It was also close to the Belvedere Hotel. The area around the parking lot then became the main focus of where they searched for Ray. 2 days after Ray's car was found, 3 of his co-workers went onto the roof of the Belvedere Hotel. As they peeked over the edge, they saw a hole in one of the lower roofs. Around the hole they saw flip-flops. They didn't really think this had anything to do with Ray's disappearance, but they decided to call the police anyways. The area where the hole was the old racquetball room, but was sometimes used as a conference room. It wasn't used for the previous couple of weeks though, so the police had to get one of the workers at the hotel to open it up for them. When they entered the room, there was an awful smell. They then noticed a body laying against the wall under the hole. Later that day, Ray's family got a call from the police asking them to come in. They were then informed that a body was identified as 32-year-old Ray Rivera. Detective Michael Bayer was assigned to the case to find out what exactly happened. The hole wasn't that big, so it was determined that Ray must have came through vertically at a great speed based on his injuries. The next question was, how did Ray get there? The initial belief was that he either fell, jumped, or was pushed off the top of the hotel. From the edge of the roof to where the hole was is about 45 feet. It seemed incredibly unlikely to the detective that anyone could have made this leap, especially if Ray was wearing flip-flops. The roof was also near impossible to get to if you didn't know exactly how to find it. There were a lot of hidden staircases and locked doors you had to go through to get to the roof in the first place. It just didn't make sense to the detective that Ray could have done any of this without anyone in the hotel seeing him. He then came up with a second possible way for Ray to have gone through the hole. He went to the parking garage next, which was adjacent to the Belvedere Hotel. Immediately he noticed that the hole was too far away and was just not possible for someone to jump that far. Even if Ray could have made the jump, it was only a 20-foot drop and he would have survived most likely. Lastly, Detective Bayer looked at the ledge of the 11th floor. The problem with this was to get to the ledge, you had to go through someone's room to get to the windows, and speaking of the windows, they don't even open. When the police went to the hole, they noticed that Ray's cell phone was on the roof, still in working condition, without any scratch. They also found his glasses to be without any scratches. This raised more questions as to how Ray managed to get through the hole. The detective noted that his phone, his glasses, and his flip-flops look really staged. He believes it was put there after Ray somehow went through the hole. On the side of the Belvedere Hotel, where the hole was, there were so many windows and guests living there that surely someone must have seen or heard something if he really went through the hole. The hotel itself had lots of cameras inside, and there was no sign of Ray ever being inside the hotel. The camera on the roof wasn't working, which is just infuriating. One of the police officers assigned to this case ruled that Ray had taken his own life and stopped looking into the case. This shocked Ray's family. They tried to argue that Ray was in a really good place in his life and he wouldn't have done that. Allison told them how excited Ray was to start a new family with her. Allison then went to the medical examiner. The medical examiner told Allison the way that Ray's shins were broken was not consistent with someone had fell. Detective Michael Bayer, who also believed there was more to this, was taken off the case by the police department. Allison still decided to fight the decision and look through the house for anything that could help. In the office, Allison found a note behind the computer. The writing on this note was extremely small. Allison determined that Ray made the note on the same day he disappeared, when she saw scraps in the bin. It was a very unusual note. In the note, some movie names were listed, and also the names of some of his family members. He also made a list of all the people he knew, but somehow left off some very significant people, which was strange. Allison typed one of the weird phrases included in the note into Google, and the first result that came up had to do with the Freemasons. She knew that Ray was interested in societies such as the Freemasons, and he was doing research about them for a possible screenplay. This also made Allison believe that maybe Ray found something he wasn't supposed to, and that it could have cost him his life. It was initially believed that his note could possibly have been written in code. Someone had watched this case being featured on Unsolved Mysteries actually came forward believing he might have cracked the code. In the note, there's a reference of a game that Ray was playing. Also, one of the movies he listed was called The Game. In the movie, there's this one big scene near the end where the main character jumped off the roof of a fancy hotel and goes through the glass roof. The similarities to Ray's case are truly astonishing. The whole movie is about this crazy game that a company arranges that makes you think you lose everything in order to let you appreciate life again. Ray was an unsuccessful movie script writer, and maybe he got involved in something that tried to imitate the game in some way. In the Unsolved Mysteries episode of Ray, you can see two see-through roof windows next to the hole caused by Ray. Did he try to go through one of the windows like in the game? One of the other things that were looked into was his phone. It was determined that the call Ray received that caused him to run out of his house came from his workplace. It is unknown who exactly made this call, however, since it came from the switchboard. His friend Porter Stansberry refused to talk to the police or to Ray's family, which was just bizarre. They were the best of friends. During the Unsolved Mysteries episode of Ray's case, Allison talked about how a week before Ray went missing, the alarm in their house went off. Ray went downstairs to check, but there was no one. What Allison found strange, however, was how scared Ray seemed to be. It was almost as if he expected there to be someone. Then again, a few days later, just before Ray disappeared, the alarm again went off one evening, and they found that the windows were tampered with. Allison now believes that someone did something horrible to Ray, but she does not know why.
Wow. So,
Mhm.
it's weird. Do you think that the society they were talking about might, be one of the reasons he jumped? Did he jump? Did he get thrown off maybe? People try to make it look like that?
I don't believe he jumped.
Yeah. Doesn't make
In
sense for him to
fact,
jump.
yeah, I think alright, this is my theory, right? And you gotta hold with me. I think that Porter Stansbury, his friend that he was working for at Porter's business, just for clarification. I
Hmm.
think because he was his best friend, he knew about Ray wanting to, look around into the Freemasons.
Yeah.
And I think Porter had connections, and I think he was trying to make those connections happen between Ray and the Freemasons. But I think something went wrong.
Oh,
And
clearly.
yes, something went wrong. And I think that he was killed by either Porter or the Freemasons.
Why
And
would they want to kill him though? I want to know what went wrong, Like,
I think he might have, like, I think what I agree with that is that he saw something, or maybe he heard something that he wasn't supposed to.
yeah. Do you know exactly what the Freemasons are?
I do not.
Here, we can look it up really quick.
But I think he saw something he wasn't supposed to, and because they can't trust him, they have to keep him
Oh
silent.
gosh, dang it, bro! I got this stupid
Oh,
web page
shoot.
block that my dad put in this thing because he was like, "You gotta get it something." So we're gonna go over an incognito mode. I don't want to hear any jokes on the comments about incognito mode, please. What was the name of the thing? Freemason
Yeah, Freemasons.
Society.
Hmm.
Let me go. Okay, I'm gonna go over here.
They're Freemasons.
My bad, guys. I'm just trying to get the right thing. Oh man, heck. Uh, yeah, well, it's a very interesting case, honestly, because it left me with a lot of questions. Like, I don't think he jumped off, you know. All right, so the Freemason Society. So the Freemasons are the oldest fraternal organization in the world. Freemasons belong to the oldest fraternal organization in the world, a group begun during the Middle Ages in Europe as a guild of skilled builders. With the decline of cathedral building, the focus of the society shifted. Huh. I don't know, man. I wonder if they're involved to the Illuminati or something, because I'm looking
You're
here And there's a
Either way,
picture.
they're powerful.
Yeah. Wow. Let me go
Mhm.
back
That's why
here,
I think
everyone.
he yeah.
Oh,
That's why I think he might have heard or saw something he wasn't supposed to, and to keep his silence,
yeah.
they killed him.
I know there's gonna be a lot of
And
theories out there on what happened. Maybe
and that's yeah,
did someone
and
throw
that
him out of the building? Because like the people said, getting to the 11th floor, like the rooftop, is
mhm.
basically impossible because the windows don't open. And then what was it? It was like his glasses and his phone or whatever. It looked like it
His
was set up.
glasses, his phone was intact,
Yeah, so that makes no
and yeah,
sense
it's
at
not
all.
consistent with a fall. So I think he was beat up, and, like, obviously he was killed I think he was killed in a separate location.
Yeah,
And
and do
they
you think they
dragged his
did
body
this? You think they did it to make it look like a suicide in the end?
in. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what
I
I was
think they threw
thinking.
something I think they threw something really heavy to
Mhm.
make it look like a fall because if you look at the hole, it's just
It's
straight down. It's a perfect circle.
yeah.
This guy is six
What
foot
what doesn't
broad,
make sense for me is that if you're gonna go to that length to make it look like a suicide, you wouldn't forget the glasses and the phone.
and remember his flip flops, they
Yeah.
were scuffed. That's not consistent with somebody who's running.
Yeah, exactly.
If even if they wanted to continue with the him jumping off theory, how is he gonna scuff his flip flops while he's
Mhm.
running at a crazy speed to cover 45 feet? You can't do that.
Yeah, that is an interesting case because
Mhm,
usually it's like they know the person got murdered, or something, but they just don't find who or why they would get murdered. But this case is like, did he get murdered? Did he find something that he wasn't supposed to find? Did
mhm,
he kill himself? If he did, if he did get murdered, why is his phone and glasses intact and no scratches or scuffed up at all? If he did kill himself
mhm.
as well, like why are his flip flops like this? So it's very interesting. Yeah. Wow.
I think the only reason why it's still unsolved is I think it's because it's it's I think they're getting paid off, simply. You don't know
Who do
who's
you
the
think's getting paid off? The police?
I think the police are getting paid off, yeah.
You think so?
With money, yeah, like,
Oh yeah, with the money.
the Freemasons, they're this crazy secret society. You don't
Yeah.
know who's in it, but you're gonna assume that's really, really powerful people with a lot of money, and people
Hmm.
need money to live on a day-to-day basis, and these police officers, you know what? They're probably gonna take
For
that
sure.
in a minute.
But I also feel like there's gonna be at some point, maybe in the future. Do you know if this case is still open? Are they still investigating it, or did
I
it go cold?
believe it is.
Because I feel like
Yes.
if it did go cold, one day a sheriff or a new governor or the president or something, someone always reopens cold cases. They always like we got these evidence. We're gonna go over, get a new pair of eyes to look over this, and they always find something out. So maybe in the future, this money won't be paying anything if they are getting paid, and they will find out what actually happened. I do think that,
Mhm,
like you said, his friend is probably involved.
mhm,
If you don't talk with the police, the family, or the what was it, or the news, it's like it's pretty suspicious. If you don't got anything to hide, why hide it? So I think
yep,
he knows something that he's not letting out, which is really sad. Or he's doing it to protect himself as well,
mhm,
that he doesn't want to end up
and
like
yeah,
Ray. Wow.
and that's yeah, and I think that what it even points more to the Freemasons because somebody was out around his house messing with
Oh
his
yeah,
window,
that's right. And when he
and
went
they
down
were
there and came
yeah,
up and he looked scared, whenever you go downstairs and you don't see anyone and you go upstairs again, you don't look scared. You look relieved. You look
I
scared.
think I think he knew he saw or heard something that he shouldn't have, and
Mm-hmm.
was expecting them to probably come after him.
Yeah.
That's why he was so scared.
Wow. Yeah, this is going to be a very fun series, honestly, to react and talk a little bit about these unsolved mysteries and cold cases.
Mhm.
And if you guys want us to react to cases that have been solved, serial killer cases or anything, let us know. We'll react to these. This was the first episode of hopefully plenty. I want you guys to let us know down below in the comments also if you guys can hear everything, okay? Because I keep messing around with it, and for me it sounds good, but I don't know if it sounds too loud or it's not loud enough for you guys. So just let me know, everyone. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to follow us over on Instagram, which is just the same name but IG instead of YT. So it's horror underscore planet underscore IG. Um, I did start a Twitch channel by myself. It's not really related to this channel or the Instagram. I will be playing horror movie, not horror movies, but I will be playing horror games and everything. But I'm gonna try to play other games as well that are just like not horror based. It would be kind of fun to be a little bit diverse with what we do, and hopefully Kiana can join us soon when she gets a computer to play with us. I will be going live Friday. Are you gonna be free Friday night?
I don't. No, I don't think so. I
Mm.
can update you.
Well, if you do, or Saturday, we can go live together and play Roblox. Because I know you can play that one.
Mhm.
It's honestly, Roblox is great because you can play on your phone, your iPad, your notebook, your
Mhm.
school computer, anywhere, guys. Well, yeah, guys, the video's gonna end right here. I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna keep saying this in every video until we hit 1,000 subscribers or 200,000 followers on Instagram. We will be doing a giveaway. It's gonna be a mystery box, so obviously we're not gonna discuss about it. So make sure you guys subscribe and share these videos. And for you to join, you gotta go over on Instagram and send me a screenshot that you guys did all of the following. So like this video, subscribe and follow us, and send us a screenshot so you can join the giveaway. Do you have anything else to say?
I do not.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next episode. See ya.